So if you don't know what is happening here, this is Ashley Graham, and this is an episode of Undercover Boss. I've wanted to do a response to this episode of Undercover Boss for a while now because it's all about fat acceptance. Oh, body positivity. You're so wonderful, even though you're a fat piece of crap. If you don't know what Undercover Boss is, I'll explain. It is a TV show where these owners and CEOs or CEOs of these big mega companies that usually are international, they go down into the trenches and they see what their employees are going through. They go in undercover. That's why it's called Undercover Boss. They go in a disguise, and then they find out just how difficult it is for their employees. And then at the end of the episode, they give rewards to the employees that they spoke to, and often they change the entirety of the company and how it operates. So let's get into this episode of Undercover Boss. I'm going to have to pause the video a lot because, this is by Paramount Plus. This is CBS TV show. And they're going to be like, hey, this copyright all over the place, so YouTube won't upload it. Even though you're allowed to do parody, not parody, even though you're allowed to do criticism, that is perfectly acceptable under copyright law. Oh, no, can't do it because, you're using other people's material. Whatever. But before we get started, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure that you're still subscribed now. Let's dive into the video.
I'm the first ever curved plus size model on the cover of Sports Illustrated. I am a...
God, it makes me sick just watching that crap. I'm seriously queasy right now just from watching that.
I was a girl who was told you're never going to be on any covers, and now to say I don't know how many covers I've been on, it's well over 20, 30. I have a success.
Look, you should not be on any covers, and the reason is because you're not pretty. The whole notion behind being a model is that you're thin and attractive, and if you do not fit those qualities, then I'm sorry, that's the barrier to entry. That's just it. I don't want to see this person in skimpy clothing because she's gross.
But in the beginning, it was not easy.
I had agents left and right tell me, you have to lose weight because, God forbid, we see that. And I kept telling myself...
It's not about us seeing that. What it is about having an ideal standard. And on top of that, the big part of this is that you don't see fat male models.
I got a lot of no's, but finally got a yes, and it was from this agency. And they were like, hey, we've got the best new thing in town, and her name's Ashley Graham, and if you don't take her, then somebody else is.
I wonder if some of that, hey, we got the best new thing in town, we're going to take her, is the fact that finally something different. We've had decades of thin, attractive women being models, and now, it's time for, chubs to be models. That'll be something different. We can change the industry that way. We can do something different in the industry that way. People will look at this. I don't want to look at this. And I don't go around looking at fat models.
I really want my legacy to be that anybody and everybody, no matter where you come from, no matter what you look like, you are good enough and you can have anything you want.
And that's why
You can't have anything you want if you're... You can't have anything you want if you're thin and attractive either. Life is about give and take. You don't get to have everything you want.
I'm going undercover as Morgan Williams. She's like a 40-something chick with a rockabilly style. She loves fashion and wonders if she can be a model. The people I'm meeting think we're all a part of a documentary that takes an inside look at what it takes to break through in the cutthroat fashion industry. They think they're helping me learn the ropes so that I could be a model someday. They will have no idea that I'm actually Ashley Graham and that I'm really here to help them.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Morgan. Hi, Morgan. I'm Alexa.
Nice to meet you.
So that big fat piece of crap there is an amateur model who wants to break into the fashion industry or whatever, wants to model professionally. That is freaking wrong.
Right away, Alexa is totally into Morgan. She turns into a big sister, and she's like, why are you so nervous? You gotta own everything you've got. Her confidence is...
Yeah, that's what makes you beautiful, right? Is owning everything you got. Mm-hmm.
I hope that after today, Morgan understands that there is no one type of beautiful. There is no one type of model. There is no one type of perfect.
When it comes to physical beauty, there basically is one type of perfect. That's it. This is not beauty in the eye of the beholder. This is what we as human beings have studied over generations and decided is most attractive.
Beautiful. Arch that back. 1, 2. Yeah. Nice. Awesome.
Modeling gave me the confidence to love myself and help me become the best person that I can be. I'm a size 18. I am fully proportional. This is what women deserve to see.
You're not proportional. You are Womelo.
My impression of Alexa is that she's confident, and I'm so happy to get to know her because this is the kind of role model that young girls need.
There we go.
Maybe young girls should see a model who is confident and also physically appealing, because this woman here that's laying on this motorcycle, I'm surprised it's actually holding up her weight. This is not healthy. It is not attractive. It is not healthy. And you can go ahead and cry all you want to that, yes, it is healthy. My blood work is blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but you're at an increased risk for all sorts of health problems.
You really have to grow a thick skin in this industry, especially because you're not a size 0.
I suppose you grew everything else thick. Why wouldn't you grow your skin thick too?
I know that Morgan is genuinely scared right now. She is freaking out. And if I freak out, she's gonna freak out even more, and I definitely don't want that.
Who else is scared? Who else is freaking out? Me! Because I'm afraid either one of you might sit on me or fall on me.
My mom to this day will try to cover every inch of her body because she's worried about how she looks. And I'm like, wow, I didn't like myself because you didn't like yourself.
You shouldn't like yourself. And, you know, you probably should try to cover your body because it's really gross. Nobody wants to see that.
I think that's maybe why I chose, to help others, and that's why I started Everybody Deserves Love. I started everybodydeserveslove.org, my body positive website.
I'm sure you're a very lovely person. I'm sure that you're very nice and considerate and caring. But just because you deserve love as a human being in general does not mean you are physically attractive.
I am headed to meet an aspiring model. Her name is Haley, and she popped up on my social media, and I really think she has the talent and the potential to break through in this industry. Sometimes all you need is a little push. So I reached out to her on social media and told her that I'm just getting started, and she's allowing me to come to an open call at a modeling agency.
I've been in a million agencies, and there was nothing different about walking into this agency than all the other agencies I've walked into. I'm just here for the casting.
Okay, if you can go ahead and sign in.
It's intimidating a little bit, especially if you were the other. And when I say other, I mean curvy or short or different.
In your case, we mean fat. There's no curvy, there's no other, it's fat. And the majority of people in this country, in the United States, because she's in Florida, are fat.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Morgan, nice
Oh,
to
nice
meet
to meet you.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
It's nice to see another curvy girl here. Where's the big girls at? So like, looks like the same. Should we have worn that?
No.
So she's sitting around this modeling agency slamming the other girls. The girls who are actually attractive. They all look the same. Oh, it's so boring. Blah, blah, blah. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's awful that we look for the same things in beauty. Wow, it's almost as if there's a standard that human beings appreciate.
I'm 35.
You're 35?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know your height?
Like, I think I'm 5'9" or 5'10".
Okay. Let me get your measurements. Do you mind if I grab a tape measure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be right.
Ali, okay, we don't take measurements because we're not signing. This company is not signing people that look, we have specific looks. This was embarrassing.
It's dawning on me that this guy is basically wanting to push us out the door. He's telling this woman, like, no, we don't give time to these kinds of models. Like, don't do this. This is wasting our time. Who cares about them? Sorry, am I not supposed to get measured?
Yes, you're not. We don't just measure everybody that comes in, because instead of booking $5 million a year, I would be measuring people all day.
Are you kidding me? This is happening right now? Really?
Time is money.
So should I just, like, leave?
That's how we do it.
Do you have any idea who you're talking to?
Yes, actually, he does have an idea who he's talking to. He's talking to a fat, ugly woman. So that's why he's not going to measure you, because we don't find you attractive. And you can delude yourself all day long by thinking that you are attractive and going, hey, look, I've been on this many covers and I have this and that and the other thing, and all these plus size models are coming out now because of me, because I changed the world. Yeah, you changed it for the worse. Good job. Good job for making the world the worst place to be.
So I'm on my way to the dance studio to meet a young girl named Lizzie who has truly inspired me.
So she goes to meet this humongous, or just giant size proportioned ballet dancer. Yeah. This is where we've come in this country.
Okay, so this is really exciting. How long have you been dancing?
It's been almost 11 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, it's not working. I mean, you think of dancers as being these tiny little thin people because they expend a lot of calories. So you're doing something wrong here.
There's 2 different kinds of dance.
Like you're holding a basket. There you go. There you go.
You can do dance and you want to pursue it as a career, and then you can do dance and just want to do it for fun.
How are they supposed to go?
You have to hold it.
Oh.
Morgan kind of just seemed like she wanted just to try it for fun.
Well, I got news for you. You're going to be trying it for fun, too. Because last time I checked, ballerinas have to be very small because the men lift them above their heads. Nobody's lifting you above their head. You could get freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger or Ronnie Coleman in there and try to pick her up, and they are not going to be picking her up above their head. It's not going to happen. You know, when I was like 19 or 20, a woman approached me, and she's like, you got like pretty good muscular development here. How would you feel about joining my ballerina class and teaching the boys how to lift weights? And I said no, and I should have said yes, right? Because, I mean, hey, I would have been around a bunch of little cute ballerina girls, and I was single. I was very single at that age, extraordinarily single at that age, like most of you out there watching this who are that age. But, yeah. Oh, well, you know, I have lots of regrets in life, so back to the video.
How many hours a week do you end up training?
I do school in the morning. I'm homeschooled, and it's an hour drive to my new dance studio, and then I'm there from 5 to 9, so we get home around 11. I can't, like, imagine life without it.
Again, like I said, it's not working. You need to be doing it more. You need to be doing something. Obviously, what you're doing is eating too much. I've never felt the desire to eat more than I needed to.
In the beginning, it was hard because all the mean comments. There was a video made of me doing my turns, and then a spinning rotisserie chicken, and then me doing my turns.
She's laughing while telling me about this, but I know that she's not happy.
Well, I mean, if you're going to be this humongous, people are going to pick on you. People pick on me, and I'm not that humongous. I mean, I've been picked on my whole life, often for being a skinny little bitch, like I am. And yet, this girl's sitting here and going, oh my gosh, how terrible that they would pick on her for being chubby and dancing. Oh, okay. Yeah, people pick on each other. Get used to it.
I read the comments. They called me a fat cow. They said I was going to ruin Sports Illustrated, and I was a wreck. And so I know exactly what she's going through.
Well, I won't support Sports Illustrated because they put you on in it. I mean, so there's that.
What about your parents? Like, what did they say?
My mom died in a car accident when I was 5 and a half.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
So I moved in with my aunt, and then my dad was never in the picture. So I live with my great aunt.
Well, that explains a lot. I mean, she had a mother who was very irresponsible. And now look at her daughter. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, or in this case, the watermelon. I know watermelons don't grow on trees. Don't worry, I know. But yeah, she's being completely irresponsible with her life as well. When she's eating too much. I mean, she's 16 years old. She's already morbidly obese at 16 years old. She's headed for an early grave. But she doesn't care as long as she gets to dance.
I don't think I'm doing anything special with Lizzie that any other parent, grandparent, aunt would do.
Well, you're letting her eat way too much, which is really weird because she spends like 7 hours a day devoted to this dancing thing. Maybe she eats in the car. Maybe she eats while she's at the dance studio, because how is it that she's spending 7 hours a day fasting? Plus, I'm assuming she sleeps 8 hours, so that's 15 hours a day that she's fasting. Maybe 16 hours a day that she's fasting. What is she doing in the rest of her time? Just pigging out? This is ridiculous. And you might say, oh, well, she maybe has some sort of health problem that's causing her to gain this weight. Not 16-year-olds. Okay, these health problems appear in older people and adults. All right, so that's the meat of the show. And then they go into the ending where, I hate this part of the show, by the way, where they give the rewards to the individuals that she spent time with during the show. And the reason I don't like this part of the show is because of the music. It's always trying to be very emotionally manipulative and make you feel something for these people, whether or not you should feel something for them or not, you know. And don't get it twisted now. I watch this when I'm doing laundry. So it's not like I'm spending all day watching the show, this trashy TV stuff. So.
And to even be here, you know, it's just, and talking to you, the woman who's paved the way for girls like me, is just.
Yeah, she paved the way all right by laying down and rolling.
Being from Afghanistan, being shorter, there's really not models like you.
Yeah, there's a reason why they're not models like this person, because she's not physically attractive. So you pointed out very straightforwardly there that she should not be modeling. And like I've said before, you don't get to do everything you want to do in life. I've not gotten to do everything that I want to do in life. You're dealt a hand of cards. Some are winning cards, some are losing cards, some are in between. And you play with what you've been dealt. You just got to learn how to get in there and do the best you can with what you got. I'm never going to be a professional football player. Not that I ever wanted to be, but I'm never going to be that. Because I never had the size to compete in that level as a football player. That doesn't matter. I mean, it's like, look, I just can't. I would be crushed.
You're going to be going to Full Figured Fashion Week because you need to be there.
Full Figured Fashion Week? Really? I bet they don't have that for men. And it shouldn't be a thing for women at all.
Someone always has to be there to give you a shot or give you a helping hand, and for her to be that person for me, that I've looked up to her.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody always has to be there to give you a shot, to give you a helping hand. And this is a big issue with the way the world works. It's always somebody else giving you that opportunity to get into the door somewhere. And if you don't have those connections, it's really hard for a lot of people, or a lot of really talented people. These women are not anything special, right? They all might think that they are because they're breaking the mold. They're going where no woman has gone before, but it's not. They're not doing this on their own. They're getting a leg up.
Everybody that I met told me, you have such an amazing personality and spirit as Morgan.
You can rock it, I can rock it, anybody can rock it.
It was a really great reminder that.
Really, everyone told you that? What about that guy who said you're too fat to model for us? No, what it is a bunch of fat women going, yeah, you're the best, you go, girl. All right, so like I've said, I've been picked on, I've been targeted, I've been teased. I don't get to do everything that I want to do in my own life. Why is it that these womalos are changing the world for the worse so that they can get to do what it is they want to do, instead of doing the hard work and becoming something that would actually be accepted in an industry that already exists? Nope, can't do that. I've got to change the world to be my way. It's got to be my way. I don't care if I don't qualify as a dancer. I should be allowed to be a dancer even though I can't dance. I should be allowed to do whatever I want to do. There was a woman years ago now who was in a medical program. Even though she can't stand the sight of blood, she faints when she sees blood. And she's like, the program needs to change so that I can be in the program and do what I want to do, because I want to be a nurse or whatever. I think she wanted to be a nurse, yeah. And it's like, yeah, you're going to be dealing with blood. If you pass out when you see blood, you can't be a nurse. It's just that simple. That's the way life is. There are just certain things you don't get to do. And these women are a prime example of how the world is becoming a worse place because they insist that they get to be recognized as models. You are not beautiful. And that's what being a model is all about, right? I don't think these women go out there and go, hey, look, I want to be a model because it's really awesome. No, I think they want to be accepted or recognized as being beautiful. Same thing with beauty pageants. Now we got men in beauty pageants. Yeah, okay. Let's just change the world, make it a worse place because everybody gets to be included. I don't get to be included. I have been targeted my whole life for different things, usually for being small, for being short, whatever. No, this is BS, and we all know it is. But here it is, in our faces. Anyway, thank you for watching. That's all I got for this time. I'll see you in the next video.